guys, happy Saturday. Hope you're having a lovely day and I hope you had an amazing week. Welcome to Unscripted with Amal. If it's your first time coming through, thank you for coming through. Please like, subscribe, comment, and also don't forget to share. And if you're coming back from all the other episodes, thank you so much for your loyalty. I see you. Please, and if you have not yet subscribed, even if you're returning, guys, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you. So yesterday I put up a question tag on my Instagram story asking people to let me know what they would want me to talk about, any topics that anyone would want me to talk about. And same, guys, if there's any topic you guys want me to talk about, comment box, DM, anywhere. But yes, so I asked people to tell me what they wanted me to. And one person came to me and they were basically saying I should talk about ways to know that your relationship is done, ways to know that you should move on from your relationship. Basically, you get the whole vibe, how to know that your relationship is coming to an end, at what point do you move on. And I thought it was a great topic, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm going to be talking about it from my own personal experience. So I'm going to give you guys 5 ways to know that your relationship might be coming to an end. But one thing before we go any further that I must mention, it's not one rule that applies for all. Always remember to consider how you feel about yourself in the relationship in that particular moment. You might be feeling better than these ways or worse than these ways, but just remember, it's all about how you feel. So now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's move to number 1. So starting off with number 1 is if your needs are not being met anymore. Now, in my own situation, I felt like I had reached a point where I was begging for everything. I was begging to meet the person. I was begging for a good night phone call, a good morning phone call. I reached a point where I would be like, even if you're at work, can't you just, put in a text and say, hi, I'm at work. When you find yourself there, because these things are the bare minimum. I don't know why sometimes we're led to believe that we're asking for too much, but in most times we're not even asking for too much. We're just asking the wrong person. So when you find yourself in situations where you're begging for the bare minimum, things that you would do effortlessly, then I think you should know that, it's coming to the end. When I say coming to the end, I mean, it may be time for you guys to have that talk to figure out whether it can be fixed. If it can't be fixed, then, it might be time to end. Because sometimes when you come and talk to these partners and you're trying to tell them that I don't like the fact that we don't talk as much anymore, we don't meet anymore, there are some of them who will start calling you and the phone call will be so dry. So dry, by the way. To be, hello, how are you? Okay, good night. You asked me to call you. I've called you, so don't start crying for me again. Pretty sure I'm not the only one in that whole scenario where they keep telling you asked for it and I'm giving it to you. Guys, you don't deserve that. If it gets to that point, they did not tattoo anyone's name when you were born saying you must end up with this person. If they can't change, it's time to reevaluate the whole situation, to be honest. So number 1 is if your needs are not being met. And number 2 is actually like a subset of number 1, because when your partner is no longer meeting your needs, you start looking for where you're going to meet your needs, where your needs are going to be met. And by doing that, when you start getting your needs met from, am I speaking English? When you start getting your needs met from somewhere else, then you find that your partner is not the one you want to talk to every day, which is what happened in my case. I reached a point like a few months down the line, I reached a point and realized that when big things would happen in my life, if I had gotten like something big at work, something great in my life, he wasn't the person I wanted to talk to. And at this point, it wasn't his fault anymore, because at this point, the person had started trying and making efforts. But I had begged for so long that by this time, he was not the person anymore. He was not the person I had to call and tell about a bad day. I was confiding in, the people who are called, I'm here if you need me. There were so many, I'm here if you need me. When you find yourself confiding in other people instead of your partner, like when your partner says, how was your week? You're like, same old, nothing. You just, the same old thing. Then it may be time to reevaluate. I must say, it's not your fault again. I don't think it's your fault, because mostly if you've been trying to let your partner in your life and they've been giving you like an X and, being too busy to listen to your work drama or all of that, and then you decide to confide in maybe someone else wants to. When you reach a point and you realize that your partner is no longer the person that you talk to about these things, it's not your fault. If you feel like you can change it and you want to sit down and talk to your partner and tell them that I would like to start telling you about these things, then that's fine. But there's a point that it reaches and you can't talk to your partner anymore, because you found someone who listens better, who does everything, on that part of listening much better. So in that moment, it's not your fault. You just discuss it with him, but it also wouldn't be fair for you to tag him along, because what's the use of your partner if you're not discussing things with him and talking about your life? I don't understand what the use is for. Is it for, like, I don't know, is it for financial? I don't know. But if you cannot talk to your partner anymore about your day, and he's also not talking to you, if they're not telling you about their day, there is someone they are telling. There is someone, because like I've told you guys, there are these people that are called "I'm here if you need me." So be wary. If you have I'm here if you need me, and they're also not telling you their problems, both of you are dealing with need me's. I'm here if you need me's. So in that moment, you really advise to have a discussion about it, and if it can't change, then reevaluate the whole situation. So yeah, that's number 2. Now, number 3 is correct to an extent, to be honest. If you find that you're in a relationship and majority of your friends and your family have a problem with this person, because the problem with us sometimes when we're in relationships is we don't see the full picture. You can't see the full picture when you're inside the picture. You just see what's next to you. And sometimes your friends and family will be telling you the same thing about this person. There are times that, okay, some of us have friends that just come with very unconstructive advice that's pointing nowhere about our partners. That you can ignore. But if more than 5 people are saying the same thing about this person, if people are coming out and saying this person is rude, first of all, that's the first thing that people would say. Your partner is a rude person. I've seen them deal with these people, they're rude. The person is just not. Or your family and friends could be the first to tell you that the person you're with doesn't really like you. I mean, you as ladies, I can speak for ladies, when we like someone, yeah, it's like we push the love onto that person. We start imagining the person loves us too, and even if they're treating us like trash, we give excuses for them and say it's because they're tired or what. But if your family and friends tell you the person you're with really does not care for you, then it may be time to, well, not end it, but like sit down and think about it, like get yourself out of the picture, because I had to get myself out of the picture and first look at things from another perspective. If I was advising my sister or my friends, would I be okay with the way this person was treating me? You have to analyze. So most times why I even put this there is we can't always ignore what our friends and family are telling us, because literally if you know how to pick friends and your family, these are people that care for you. So sometimes just listen. You may not like act on it immediately, but just listen sometimes to what this person is saying, because there have been a number of times that relationships have gone down the drain in such a bad way, and they would not have ended that way if only these people had listened to someone that was saying, everything is not all right in your relationship. Now, before I even move on to number 4, I must give this PSA for the ladies out there, this specific group of ladies that as the family and friends will come and talk to you and tell you that, maybe I saw Mr. Man X, or I have a feeling, not really a feeling, but like, I don't think your person is treating you right, or there is something going around about Mr. Man with someone else. For you people that have such loving family and friends that are coming from a good place and tell you these things, and then you carry your intelligent self and go and report your family and friends to the man. When you're doing that, what do you hope to achieve? What's like the logic behind it? Do you want what you're expecting? Of course, your man is only saying, no, your friends don't like me. Your friends don't want to see us together. It's because your friends are single. And then you believe. And then when they finally break your heart, you come and cry to me. And then you want me to rub your head and say it's okay? It's his fault? No. Some of you, by the way, and I have to say it, some of you, by the way, are in these situations, and God himself has sent different people to help you out. But no, every time someone comes and tells you that this is not going right, you deserve to be treated better, you go and run to the same person. Then now your boyfriend is telling you to stop talking to your single friends. Your single friends don't understand relationships. Some of you are in these situations, and I'm sure if any of you are listening and you're in that situation and you're the one who just goes, your duty in this life, you're put on earth to report people who actually care about you. I feel like you have to learn how to discern people who care about you and people who just want to see things end. People who want to see things end will not have exact information. They'll come and say, they said your boyfriend is doing this. If I'm coming to you as my friend and I have something to say about your partner and how I don't think they're treating you right, I will not come with they. I'll come with Samson said, Delilah said, I'll come with he's not treating you right because the day I was there, I saw him do this. Not they said. They said you should not really listen to they said until the day someone is born with a name they. No. But if someone comes to you with actual facts, please guys, this whole EFCC reporting style that you guys do is not, it's really not cute. And with time, that's when you find that all your friends abandon you and leave you in your situation, and then you go and post Instagram captions saying, man, you have fake friends, your friends don't like you. Your friends try to help you, and what did you do with that? So Do better. Number 4 is if you've been in a bad place forever. If you find yourself every time they ask you about your girlfriend or your boyfriend, when they ask you, how is Amal? Man, we have been arguing. They ask you 6 months later, how is Amal? Man, we have been arguing. Is it a wrestling match we are doing? Every day we have been arguing. If you find yourself that if you look back in the past year, and there have been more bad moments than good, then what are you guys? When it comes to toxic relationships, the couple usually consoles himself with the fact that the world doesn't understand their love. They're the only ones that can understand it. So you'll be there, you'll be fighting everywhere, you'll be abusing each other, you cause drama for everyone, people don't even want to hang around you. You've been in a bad place, you're always arguing. Whenever they ask you about your girlfriend, you're like, we are arguing, but you're still there because you believe love is hard and love must go through trials and tribulations. Who told you people that love has to go through trials and tribulations? Since when? Yeah, there have to be bad times. It doesn't have to be bad times. Love is meant to be kind. Love is meant to be patient. It's meant to be kind. It's meant to be, and you're meant to enjoy love. But you people just, when you see love, you think of poverty, you think of struggling, you think of arguments. Because when they're poor, then they're truly in love. When they're fighting and they get back together, then they're truly in love. People's ideology of love, I'm yet to understand it. But you need to understand that if you've been in a bad place for like the past year, every day you're arguing, every time people don't even want to hang out around you guys because you're always arguing. It's time to reevaluate, guys. Life is meant to be happy. Like, there are so many problems. Look around us. Look at COVID. Now imagine COVID is affecting us. We're in lockdown. The one you're in lockdown with, you're fighting with. You need to reevaluate the situation. So yes, if you're always in a bad space in your relationship, maybe time to talk about it. And if the problems are not reconcilable, then like I said, they did not produce you with a tattoo of the person you end up with. So you walk away. And if it's meant to be, then you come back, but in a very healthy space. Okay? Now, number 5, I'm not even going to really explain it. If your partner is abusive, leave. Please leave. If your partner is abusive, I'm not even about to tell you, talk to him. There's nothing to talk about. I'm going to say it once. I think I've said it before. If they slap you today, they'll beat you tomorrow. If they beat you the next day, they'll kick you the next day. There is nothing about it. If someone is abusive, leave. There are a few cases of people that they beat once and they didn't beat again, but you're not here to do test runs. You're not here to be a lab rat to see if you're the one that only beat once. If your partner is abusive, and this goes for both men and women. I saw a video. I saw a video where they were conducting a study. So this woman and man went out to the street, and this man beats this woman, and the whole crowd comes and beats him, and they beat him, and they step on him, and he was even shouting. He was like, "No, guys, it's a study. There's a camera." So because he was being beaten, he had to tell him there's a camera. They did the same, man and woman, along a different street. The woman was beating the man, and you guys, this video annoyed me. Guys were coming to beat the man also. Men were coming to beat them. So when I'm talking about violence, being abusive, I'm talking about, first of all, mentally abusive. People who just gaslighting, people who just do things to annoy you. And then when you react to it, people know, like, for example, let me give an example of gaslighting. If I know that my partner doesn't like being ignored when we argue, yeah? So now I'll know that that's how I can annoy him. When we argue, I'll keep quiet. That's gaslighting, and that's being abusive. That's being an abusive partner. That's being very abusive. So being abusive doesn't mean they beat you. If they're being mentally abusive, verbally abusive, they're shouting at you because it's them who produced you. Verbally abusive or physically abusive, run. So and like I said, it's both for men and women. Men, if you're out there and your woman is hitting you, don't look at her and be like, it's just a woman, what can she do? She's just a woman. And one day she'll wake up. It starts from like a slap, she said one didn't work. Next time she'll throw a glass out and didn't work. That's how people have passed away. That's how we have seen stories every day of women stabbing men. It starts from somewhere small. So if you're in a situation and it's abusive, guys, just leave. There's no debate. God did not put us on this world to be beaten. He really didn't. He really, really didn't. You did not enter love to be a punching bag. So yeah, abusive is number 5. That is not even a debate. You just leave. You just leave, honestly. So yes, guys, these are the 5 ways that you should know that your relationship may need reconsideration. You may need to reevaluate your relationship. So those are the 5 ways not being met. Number 2 was if you're getting your needs met from somewhere else. Number 3 was if your friends and family do not support the relationship at all, in a bad place forever. And number 5 was if he's being abusive. So those are the 5 ways that if you're in any of those situations, even one, it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 5, you need to sit down with your partner and figure out where it's going, because the worst thing you can be is in a dead relationship, because a dead relationship is wasted time. You don't want to be there for 7 years. You've been there for 7 years in a relationship, and then things end and you're wondering how much more you could have done with your time. So if you're in that situation, sit down with your partner and reevaluate things. That was Unscripted with Amal, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on notifications so that you can know whenever I post up. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Please, if you have anything in specific you'd like me to talk about, my Instagram, my social media handles are right here. Please feel free to DM me on Snapchat, on Twitter, on Instagram, or you can drop it in the comment box. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Bye.